what was the name? Dreams team.
Dreams team Unwanted.
Unwanted. They lost it against Unwanted as well. So they lost it twice at the Six Invitational.
I'm probably a Slytherin. I wear a lot of black, a lot of green. You know, I'm wearing that right now, and a bit dim. Falcons versus Fnatic. Now we have the 3-2-1, and here we go right into a smoke. So your option is to just push on through. Now gets the back of the player. Too much faith in a smoke. There's a second, right round the back, and Falcons. Unbelievable tear all the way through the core of the site, and well, Jag's a little too late to help out fully, but does find Solotov, however. As Sarks tries to step in and offer some support, they've still got a position to take the fight, and Users has the angle. Now they're into the default plant spot, and you've got Shaiko and Users watching your cover. Are there any other names you would have in that situation? There's one. Beautifully taken, but there's also now a blitz, a Brede.
Approaching Jeg from the other side. He's just sat here, and Jeg's almost looking for the slip away and will try and go back into sight. Oh, and Big Shite going for the swing, and Jegs collects that. Not only does he get the kill, he also gets back to sight, safe and sound.
Well, Sarks gets EFAC, and they are removed after the battle we saw almost happen, and Brede takes that as the sign to go as Users gets cover on towards Deepak, and Sarks just keeps covering them in bullets. Now, as soon as they make some sound, or even before then, they're going to get caught out. Weren't as sneaky as they thought they were, and Solotov, all excited about an engagement, but with a shotgun now prepped, ready to rock and roll, and so many red outlines.
Oh.
Grubius, the one that gets caught, might feel a little hard done by that he was swung on after the first two were missed. But here to his right, there's a second. Almost
happening. So they've got everything covered right now for a very strong power position from Grubby. But look at Falcons, they're changing up their play. They're looking for these Rat kills, and it's the Rat King himself as EFAC.
But you cannot hide the sound of a repel. There's the track on a player. Does the Nook know? No, it didn't matter. Fine margin. And an even better player, 4-2 suddenly in the blitz. Trying to come up spiral, surrounded, caught, swapping guns. Falcons, yet again, a cascade of violence here over towards the CEO side. They don't need to focus on the plant for now, and Deepak is right in the middle of it. But the location is given away, and you can assume, well,
hands. You're not going to get it. I think overall for Falcons, it's changed.
To put pressure on the players. I know we had this conversation on Bank as well, as we almost had the first engagement, but as the drone catches out, I mean, they're just going to want to take it, but Jegs kept on pre-firing and found the head of damage, but it only takes a bullet to get a kill in this game, and EFAC is worried about being swung on. He isn't, but the narrow angle! How?
I just want to see how Falcons are going to deal with that. How do you deal with all these C4s? Do you bait? Do you go for the kills? What's their game plan?
Well, with 40 seconds, there's got to be a plan that comes together against them as well. It's sort of that moment, right? They've got all these C4s, they've got this position, they're playing up from underneath, and as Deepak finds Users and Brede goes for a plant, it's just hold out and hope. They moved off, and a C4 has popped off, but sort of for the end in and hope that they can punish them in the mix. It seems somebody took the bait. Wizard. Fortunately still lost in the reads, but Sarks is not. Nothing more than the threat of a threat, but it's allowed this Falcons to step in. They haven't seemingly done a huge amount on the vertical. They don't need to because the horizontal is all for EFAC.
Flip it and ship it. Honestly, this guy at the moment, untouchable. Just lurking in the shadows, and I don't get why Fnatic are challenging him. Like, Grubby, mate, you can't find any kills. Why are we trying to challenge EFAC in those angles? It makes no sense. And yeah, Fnatic, just toss it away for one single man by himself who really wasn't causing many issues. He was just the guy at the back. Why they're challenging into him, I don't know. And Falcons see that opportunity to say, let's flub the site now. EFAC has done his job. Now Jegs, I don't have a clue what he's saying. I don't speak French. But yeah, class video. Definitely watch it if you have the time.
Oh, EFAC! Oh, EFAC!
This guy.
4. There's nothing that can try and stop this outside of Deepak on those smokes, but they're probably hoping that he swings. There's EFAT getting another in the distance because you know he's operating and acting. Wizard gets users. Takes them to one, but has to get out of there as the calls, the cacophony of noise, and all of the flashes and blinds are making things tricky and sticky. Deepak did get a smoke out, but as I said, as soon as he did, he was full of bullets. Wizard stepped in. There goes Deepak to Solotov. And at this point, as Bride goes for the plant, and Wizard is stuck in a box. Just brutal. Falcons, they set themselves up with 4 attacks here, and Fnatic, they have a hard job ahead.
Having to go on the attacking side, which obviously on the map, flash and push and take the trades, because they have that extra man, don't forget. Naturally, they're going to be able to win, and here comes the Deimos track. Surely the flashbang and nade will follow to root him out. But our guns up, is it going to be enough for Falcons? Oh, a dash from Sarks!
Dash in, Shaiko and Shaiko! Jex does stop the run, but Users puts it into a 1 versus 1, and suddenly all hot pinged is Users! In front of it as well. They have no utility other than just sending it for a fight on a grenade and a flash here. They cannot make this approach stick. There's the C4 to connect, and there's the body. They just tried to strong-arm their way through because it was the start of the approach, but I think with what they had left, they just did not have enough. The roll of the stance gadget is instantly met by a clash and an impact and a Shaiko. So, Demo, what do you do?
Before, usually this is the bomb site you should be winning on the attack if all things don't go wrong, but again, this guy just ratting about, this time on another signature on him is the solo shot.
They get the kill, obviously, the trade out. Solotov's gone on the side of the Mozzie, but the buff to the... Oh, okay, and then now you lose the ace, and now you lose the Deimos. Leaves a sledge, Brava, for half a Brava, but at least the dead Shaiko. You're about to find a Solace, and it's a trade out there, and that's the best they could get. Sarks, all the pressure on them, and they have been the light in the sort of darkness. Climbing and clambering through the cave of Falcons, but Users has also been a 1 versus X winner earlier on today, and now we have a 20-second dance with a man with a goo in his foot. To take that out, that has to make a straight approach. He can expect where it is, and he covers it with smoke brilliantly, but there's another goo mine, another reveal. Pulls it out, because he's either got to time it or he's got to plant it, and he's going to go right by the opener as the rotate comes round. 4 seconds. Oh, and Users still wins it out against the smoke. All audio.
It's pretty bad on the side of Fnatic. Like,
Yeah.
honestly, we're almost blind all of the time, and even in defense, didn't play really intel ops. Like, clearly, we said it before. There's a huge gap between these two teams, and it just showed today.
It's kind of hard to talk about this match because Falcons didn't even really need to get out a second gear there, being honest, and they've put in a 7-2, quite a dominant victory.
Yeah. And especially given that this wasn't even one of the maps that they really enjoy playing on, right? It was a higher preference for Fnatic than it was for Falcons, and still Falcons showed there's